So, I didn't really want to make a video like this, but something feels off. The economy doesn't add up. Recently, job numbers were revised, and we found out there were 900,000 fewer jobs than originally reported. The stock market feels disconnected from reality. People are angrier and more divided than ever, and the news constantly signals crisis. Some call this the fourth turning, a cycle that repeats every 20 years. Ray Dalio describes it as the decline of the U.S. empire. Whatever we call it, we all sense it. This video won't be my usual storytelling. It's a zoomed-out look at what's happening, why it isn't random, and how we can stay sane. Attention and division. Our attention has become the most valuable commodity. Algorithms built to maximize engagement discovered that fear and anger are the most effective triggers. That's why divisive words like triggered or mansplaining exploded in usage since 2010. Media companies learned neutrality doesn't sell, outrage does. This creates a cycle. The more divisive the content, the more engagement, the more revenue. Journalism today often feels like bait designed to keep us angry. Fear and anger are primal instincts, which makes us addicted to this content. As a result, society divides. Data shows Democrats and Republicans have never been farther apart. In the 1960s, many didn't care if their kids married across party lines. Today, almost no one does. When neighbors become enemies, conversation ends. Economics and fragility. This division wouldn't be so powerful if the economy weren't fragile. Many young people believe they'll never own a home or build wealth. When people feel they have nothing to lose, societies hit breaking points. Revolutions, collapse, fragmentation. Past generations had the American dream. One income could support a family and buy property. Today, the average home costs 7 times income, and the average first-time buyer is nearly 40. Rents have soared. People are renters, not owners. And those without ownership or community ties don't defend society. They disengage. Meanwhile, policies like unchecked spending, debt growth, and weak immigration enforcement create more division. The only glue left holding society together seems to be materialism and money, and even the dollar is declining. The long-term cycle history shows this is not new. Empires rise, prosper, overextend, and decline. Signs always look the same: rising debt, widening wealth gaps, political bitterness, collapsing trust in institutions, and protectionist policies. We saw it in Rome with overspending and currency collapse. In the British Empire, war debt forced them to hand reserve currency status to the U.S. Today, the U.S. faces a similar cycle. The dollar remains the reserve currency, but its dominance weakens each year. Debt grows so large that interest payments now exceed the defense budget. At the same time, perverse incentives and algorithms divide people further. Left versus right, native versus immigrant, deep state versus globalists. Whatever your belief, the system feeds you the story, pushing society toward distrust and unrest. What we can control. Yes, this all sounds dark, but history also shows life goes on. Every cycle feels like the end of the world, yet societies rebuild. The question is, how do we stay sane? For me, the answer is to go back to basics. Build real things. Own real assets. Focus on family and community. Take care of health. Exercise. Eat well. Disconnect from toxic media. We can't control the Fed, Congress, or algorithms, but we can control our own decisions. Be careful with debt. Invest for the long term. Don't let algorithms turn us into bitter, angry people who can't listen to others. Conclusion. Maybe we are in a fourth turning moment, but on the other side is renewal, a first turning, when optimism and rebuilding begin. If it feels like the world is falling apart, remember, it always has. Those who stay informed, focus on what matters, and act with intention come out stronger. If you want to go deeper, check out Ray Dalio's books or The Fourth Turning. And remember, looking at the world through the lens of incentives and economics reveals why things happen and how to navigate them. Thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next video.